Welcome everyone, how you doing chat? Welcome guys. Good morning. Morning chat. Morning everyone. Let's just share this with our community members. We are live. How you doing guys? How's it going? Beautiful. Morning everyone. Massive volatility right here with the announcement, specifically with the unemployment rate and the non-farm employment change. So we got 4.1% the actual unemployment rate, which is higher than the expected. And this is the percentage of the total workforce that is unemployed and actively seeking employment during the previous month. This is what it means. Now, it's kind of impossible to say how does the market is going to follow through this reaction. Probably we're going to respect the range so far, a range established with the high on 275 and the lows which have been established around 20,000. So probably the markets will move between those levels. Extremely likely, of course. Welcome everyone. Good morning guys. How are you today? How's it going? Enjoy our live stream. We are about to enjoy the trading process. So I'm gonna take a quick long here at this point. 5 micros on our 150k account. We are getting started in the business. I do expect from this specific strong, very strong liquidity sweep from the squeezing we got, at least minor rebounds. Look at that guys, that looks nice so far. Let's just get out with
order filled.
Right there, $291. There you go. Where are the fireworks? We need a fireworks. There you go. $291 profit. That was a quick trade. That was a quick one representing $297 right there. It's shared. From 78.5 to 108. Holding this position for about 40 seconds. That's a great start to go, guys. Welcome everyone. Morning, guys. 25 minutes to go till the market opens, and we gotta make money. A 100 level might hold around the current price section, which is why we're gonna grab 7 contracts
order filled
at this point. Seven micros long, that's where we're sitting. $24 minutes, 23 minutes till the market opens. Good morning, guys. Good afternoon. Good evening, fellas. Hope you have a beautiful day, a beautiful time. So what's happening here? Well, unemployment rate is what came out higher than expected. 4.1% instead of 4%, which represents the reason of the massive volatility. The first move was the fake in this case scenario, and we almost broke below the previous low established on 6th of March, right? So we came as low as 40s. Now this is where we are. Probably are gonna chop around this level till the market opens. Hope you have a beautiful day, guys, a beautiful time. We're gonna add 3 contracts
Order
at this
filled.
point. We're sitting on 10 micros. This is a very interesting spot for me. Volatility has totally slowed down, and probably this is going to resume very soon in about 10 minutes. So the trading is not going to be easy today for sure. What happened yesterday was kind of terrible. We did trade the long scenario. We did make money with the longs. And then after the closing of the stream, everything dumped in a radical way. Right, so from the levels around 500s, this is from where things have turned around in a very radical way. We're gonna cut some of it right here. If we're losing that previous candle, we're gonna cut part of it. So I need to protect that 275, or I'm gonna cut half of it.
Order filled.
I'm out with half of the position. We're cutting the risks. Morning, Chad. How's it going? How are you today? This is the place I'm going to re-add
Order
to my
filled.
position. DCA 3 extra micros. And look for the breakout out of the previous minor high that we established right here around 110, 111. Right above that one. Expecting a form of buying pressure. If this wants to be protected, then of course that would be the move. Time to squeeze something from the shorts as well. They made sufficient money. Welcome guys. As usually, a happy Friday time, happy moments out here. Even though the markets did react with an extreme selling pressure so far. What's happening on Nvidia? Nvidia is opening above the price of 110, so the pre-market price action looks great. This low right here might hold. BTC is uptrending. Right, so BTC is definitely uptrending so far. Big news around Bitcoin today, around the crypto space, especially with White House summit. There is going to be big volatility, guys, so be careful with that one as well. No panic selling, no emotional trading, and no over leveraged situations. Crypto today is going to be wild with the crypto summit from the White House, possibility of strategic investments around the crypto space to be announced. So it's going to be a nice show. Needing that rejection here. Needing that rejection. Gonna long the situation from my other account.
Order filled.
From my second 150k. This is a very interesting long position here. We got into 5 contracts. I'm gonna add 2 more
Order
right
filled.
here. I like to go around 7 micros. This kind of lows we're grabbing like that is something that usually is a stop loss hunting scenario. Indeed, there is always a risk right there to push below 20,000 today. I do agree with that. Definitely agreeing with that, so you might just want to be careful when it comes down to your positionings, your size, and etc. The question is going to be correlated with a 20,000. We're going to do a pool today, guys. I'm going to start a pool right here. Ace. 20,000s. Capable. Holding the price today. Yes or no, guys? We're starting the pool. 20,000. Yes or no? Back to 106 top here, 110 would be lovely. That would just give $800. That's great, guys. That's a nice starting number. That would be beautiful. And the squeezing needs to happen from the other side as well. It's not just about squeezing the longs. What's happening with the first account? Decent position out here, but I still gotta exit. I don't want to risk on this one too much. The other one is very interesting. 280, 290. Looking for the decent movement. 5 minute looks to hold for a moment for a temporary action, but you want to be careful with that. 20,000 is on the table, so careful sitting in longs today. Hey chat, we got a question. Is 20,000s capable holding the price action today? Make sure to let your opinion about it, chat. And of course, smash that like button. We're getting hot around the topic. We are getting into an interesting situation and trade here. I'm just gonna get out here.
Order filled.
$380 secured. This is the second account. And then here as well, I'm just going to get out. So I did accept a minor loss on the first account, and the second account is on $380. That deserves fireworks, honestly. That deserves fireworks. We are in a good shape so far. Although this is having an interesting situation to be longed, it's still risky as long as you have room around the 20,000s, and let alone there is the question with the squeezings of the 20,000s. The problem here, what we had today in terms of rejection, was the 200 EMA twice, and this is definitely not bullish. So today's market pump closed below the 5-minute 200 EMA. In terms of daily openings, that's where we got stuck. And the unlucky side of the things is that you kind of have your 200 EMA blue line with the daily opening very near to each other. So the pressure comes really powerful from those levels. And that's why here we could nicely have a cascade effect towards the downside, but still not convinced after so much selling pressure here on the 1 minute, and especially after the volatility game we had. To short this, you are kind of shorting this in a support area, so that's not suggested. Bitcoin is trying to hold the line. Bitcoin looks a lot better. So basically, for those that are complaining about Bitcoin's price action, it is definitely not looking bad at all. It's looking forward creating a triple higher low structure here with a pressure towards the 200 EMA on 4 hours, which is also quite close in this case scenario with a significant downtrending line. This is what Bitcoin needs to break out, which means $95,000 breakout, and you are flying towards the retest of the all-time high around $109,000. Right, so you have basically a movement of $14,000 from there, which would be not difficult to be achieved at all in terms of the price action. Other cryptocurrencies, well, Ethereum is in the lows, in the support, trying to hold the price action, trying to pretty much respect the demand zone. Gold is something that looks quite interesting in terms of how does it reject it so far on the 4 hours. And the price action above 2,900 is so far representing strength. So a confirmation towards bullishness would be a closing above this level, guys. There is a flat top here, which is 935. Close the 4 hour above 935 in a strength form, in a strong formula, and then let's go for the all-time high. Probably next week, of course. Probably next week. Morning, guys. Welcome, everyone. How's it going, fellas? Hope you enjoy your times. Hope you enjoy your day. We are during the Happy Friday show. How does the 4 hour looks in this case scenario? Well, it definitely needs rejection. And it definitely wants that 20,000 to hold. Although there are some pivot points here right below the 20,000. That's why today we're kind of risky with that. Risky with a 20 grand today. Pretty risky. And uncomfortable, I would say. If the market opening is not giving us a really strong movement, we're going to be quite uncomfortable dealing with longs. Although from the lows you would like to long. Hey Scrambo, hey Oliver. How you doing, buddy? How do you feel today? Great times around the markets. Great times around the space. 8 minutes to go till the market openings. And we made some money today. $380 on the second 150k account. And the other one, the first one, is on minus with 77. We did have a profitable trade as well here. And then a negative one, so we needed to accept the loss and walk away with $77 loss. Meanwhile, the second account started to produce. That's a good pre-market number. And of course, the big money needs to be made on the 250k account. That's where I would love to make the big money today. I'd like to earn around $2,000, $2,500 today on this one. It's not going to be an easy job. Our 150k, if we look into the performance stats, yesterday we had a $1,532 day. So anything at least around $1,000 here would help tremendously. Close out the week on minimum 2,500. That would be great on this account. So then we need only 4,500 the next week and we qualify for a payout. And that's obviously beautiful. I'm gonna work around the short here, 5 micros. We are shorting the markets. We do have 7 minutes to go indeed till the market opens. Someone has to confirm with the USA changing its time this Sunday. Someone from the chat wants to confirm that. You gotta verify it, fellas. I'm living in Europe right now, so I am not exactly sure on the subject. Market opens in 60 minutes. 6 minutes of possibility to achieve those 30s. Would love to see those 30s. Back to a double bottom structure here. Would love to see that. Good job, Tony. We're moving forward with an hour. That's great stuff. S&P 500 is flat on the price action. And that's how it closed. That's where we're still stuck. And Nvidia is much higher. I don't think I want to hold my position through the opening. I'm gonna close it here and that's it, right? So probably we broke even or lost $10-15. Yeah, you have to take care of a critical period, which stands for the opening time. Opening time of the US markets. Tesla is right now opening below the previous lows established. 259. The question around 260s is still going to be an important pivot. Gold is the big deal, representing massive volatility based on the news we had today, fellas. Unemployment rate 4.1%, higher than the forecast, higher than expected. And then obviously we also have a lower than expected non-farm employment change. This is what we came out today, especially on the percentage of the total workforce that is unemployed and actively seeking employment during the previous month. it seems like a higher number as of now probably is going to finally force the markets for some rate cuts. There's been so much discussions around rate cuts that at some point is definitely going to happen and the space is going to explode. So that's what we care about. 3 minutes to go, guys. We are not in a trade, but I am tempted to long, yet I cannot long this. And you definitely know why. Because the market openings can easily have no correlation with the price action prior to the opening with a few minutes. So we could be in the most bullish situation right now that is fully going to be denied by the event itself, the opening, right? So it doesn't mean that there is going to be a continuation with the openings of what you see in the last minutes. And I'm referring just about a short-term discussion. Definitely not. Two minutes to go, guys, and the pressure is active. What strategy is the best for beginners to make money on micros? Well, the most important thing is to not cross 1 or 2 micros. In terms of risk management, this is the #1 suggestion that I'm speaking to you. And of course, you have to apply things that you enjoy. This is going to be the next most important thing. And that means you definitely need to have an overall knowledge about technical analysis and price action. Technical analysis is where you can apply a lot of the things. Just as with the price action, you definitely need to see what do you enjoy doing. And then once you discover that, you would like to reach to a point of backtesting, running with a input, output, feedback, brainstorming, adjusting, thinking about the markets, and a type of learning curve which is extremely efficient. There is no strategy that you always apply and it works smoothly forever. There is no strategy that you can easily trade at every point, at any point, during any moment without troubles. So trading is not definitely not about pushing a button at a specific moment of time and the money comes out. It's not a such machine. This is a trending line that we have here. This is a trending line that we have here, which looks quite interesting, guys. 30 seconds to go till the market opening happens. And that's kind of important to us. Good morning, guys. Anton, if you don't want to blow your account, of course, on 150K, then you have to go into the micros. 52% so far. Holding onto the pool with a 20,000s, responding yes. 5 seconds to go, guys. 5 seconds, 3 seconds, and here we are with the opening bell. Let's find out more. The opening bell was right there. What's going on? Not much volatility. You don't rush through 50 points just like that per second. We're gonna watch this carefully. Not much going on after the opening in terms of craziness. And this is a good sign, to be honest with you. Because this way, people do not lose their accounts. Might just be an interesting spot here for
Order
longing,
filled.
which is something exactly what I'm doing. We got 5 micros, we're sitting in a long. Let's have a look into that. Do we have the ability to push into the previous resistance? 1 minute resistance. Obviously, right now with the openings, you can easily smash through that. But still, I'm just gonna go for a minor scalping.
Order
I'm gonna
filled.
cut this away. I'm just gonna cut that away. Good morning. How's it going, guys? How are you today? A very interesting spot here. We're jumping into a short on a 5 micros. Let's discover what's happening. Price action around 20,000 would be lovely. Would be lovely. If it wants to run, obviously, we're gonna cut this away quite quickly. Not needing to risk too much about it. We will nicely cut this. And B-Dine, I don't want to get married to a position right now in terms of just about shorting or just about longing today. No. I'm gonna easily adjust. 3 more contracts.
Order filled.
8 micros. Let's find out more about it. Look at that.
Order filled.
That looks ugly. I'm cutting it away. Looks ugly and looks strong for the other side. It's good that I've been cutting it away early. That's the benefit of doing it so. Hope you enjoy, guys. Hope you have a great day right here on a so-called Happy Friday. That's an interesting engulfing on the 5 minute and a form of confirmation of the support holding a bar on the 20,000 so far. 15 minute looks strong as well. So I want to be careful. I definitely want to be careful here. Might be flying indeed. Might be flying. 5 minute closing looks strong. I'd like to consider this a little more. Nvidia is gonna fly. Nvidia is gonna fly, guys. So it's good we cut our short quite early. Bitcoin is holding the line. S&P 500 is kind of at the same place without a clear representation of what's going to happen, and obviously the pressure is right here. So if this is going to be bullish, the pressure is going to react from the bulls. Interesting spot to reconsider longing it here.
Order filled.
Which is exactly what I'm doing, and I got the ability of invalidation quite soon. If the rejection is missing, I can invalidate this quite soon. Oh,
Order
that's ugly,
filled.
right? That's kind of ugly. I'm out. And what do I have to do right now? It's probably look for the continuation.
Order filled.
I'm in a quick short here, 7 micros. Seven micros. Looking for the market continuation. $2,002. Looking for the nice flush below this level. You just cannot leave those levels untapped. When you are so close to them, you just don't want to do that. What an ugly move. Look at that 5-minute candle, guys. Now bring it back. Bring it back, baby. No, I'm out.
Order filled.
I'm out of this, guys. I'm out of a short here. The bulls are looking strong. They're looking strong for the moment, so I just cannot sit in a short like that. 15-minute looks amazing. How aggressively they push this thing back to a place of almost breakout. To a place of almost breakout.
Order filled.
Come on. Let's go for it. Let's go for a nice scalp here.
Order filled.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Some quick profits have been secured. But no fireworks on this one. No, no. No fireworks. It's kind of too early. We should get back to the trending line as a target. So I would gladly long any retracement.
Order filled.
There is a nice space here to get up to 170s.
Order filled.
10 micros. Let's go for it. We are in 10 micros. Come on, push, push, higher.
Order
I'm
filled.
out. $600 recovered. We were more than 1,100 earlier in a loss, and we are down to $500 right now. No, the 10 seconds rule is no longer here. The 10-second rule expired, guys. We are already out of that range of timing. So it's just before the market opens with 5 minutes and after the market opens with 5 minutes. And before the market closes with 5 minutes. We're 12 minutes into the opening. Resistance possibilities. But this is not bearish, guys. This is not a bearish situation. Nvidia looks great. It did broke out. It did face the rejection afterwards, which is absolutely normal. You got some nice fellas rushing to short the markets. Yeah, slowly they're going to be squeezed. That's not our problem. BTC holding the price action. Ethereum as well, trying to do its job. US dollar is finding on a flat position out here around 103. Gold is doing a great job. Gold is very close for a breakout. And the S&P 500 wants to be strongly bullish, guys. 200 EMA would be a lovely target for the day around 783. That's a lovely target. And we're about to close this 5-minute candle very strong. So that opens the doors for a breakout here on Nasdaq. And you know, a breakout at this point, guys, can easily take you out of this supply zone. Supply zone which is sitting around 225. 225 supply zone. A breakout at this level can nicely take you above 225 and confirm your levels. I mean, even 214 is the daily opening. Yesterday high around 515. That's another important point with the golden pocket itself sitting on 420s. We do have levels to consider. %57 is voting for the 20,000s to be respected. That's quite a convincing number, to be honest with you. No, it's really even. Convincing numbers are when the pools are sitting above 75%. Right? So that kind of tells me people feel undecided about the current market environment. Yeah, we did have today's representation of the unemployment rate higher than expected. And what does that mean? Well, percentage of the total workforce that is unemployed and actively seeking employment during the previous month, higher than expected. Which might encourage for a narrative that is dovish, and the dovish narrative is what we have been searching for a while, because that brings with itself rate cuts. If the market starts fearing weakness, then we're going to have a great time with rate cuts around the crypto space as well. Some great time with a little altcoin season that we have been waiting for a while. And it has been totally missing. In exchange of that, we actually got a bearish season in a BTC bull market. So there you go. Now the strength is real here. The strength is real here for Nasdaq. Obviously the resistance appears on the 1 minute from the resistance trending line and 200 EMA. But I'm not going to hurry up longing it here into resistance. Obviously I'm going to wait for a much better opportunity. Good job, Kevin. You're finished again for today. You are finishing this thing too early, Kevin, and giving no chances to the markets to ruin you. That's a nice opening right there. That's a nice opening right there. Hmm. 15 minutes has so much time to go around 220s. Look at that. Is it ready? Is this one ready?
Order filled.
Let's give it a shot, guys. 7 micros. Obviously, I'm going to cut this early. If it's not running right now, I'm going to cut this early.
Order
2 more
filled.
micros added. Time to run a little bit higher. Beautiful. Keep pushing.
Order filled.
I'm out. Just about $100 secured in this one. You know, it's very risky here because the tops are usually grabbed and then nicely they reverse things around. The breakout traders are most of the time not successful, but still, I'll take that $100. I will gladly take that $100 during the current context. It wants to shape a 15-minute breakout, guys, out of the trending line, so probably we're going to revisit the entire wick established during the unemployment announcement. I mean, during the unemployment rate. Powell speaks very soon, in about 45 minutes, I guess. And that's going to shake the markets a little bit. Probably a dovish, like I said, a dovish stance, an expansionary monetary policy is going to help the markets feel themselves bullish. I don't think we still fear inflation. I don't think that's our major fear. I pretty much consider right now we start fearing a form of weakness. Beautiful 1 hour reaction here for BTC, holding on to what exactly? Everything is bullish, guys. Usually here the assets and the instruments that are going hand by hand. Stocks, Nasdaq with the BTC is 99% of the time following the same path. Unless you have some. Unless you got some external news that are, you know, shaping the environment of that instrument differently, but it's not really the case right now. We're gonna see what's gonna happen at the crypto summit. From what we've been hearing around the media is that all the seized cryptocurrency and BTC is going to be converted as first element of the strategic investment. In other words, if that's not going to be sold, means that we are eliminating that selling pressure. We're easing that selling pressure from the markets, and that's great. So BTC is holding the line nicely, guys. And then obviously, Nasdaq is slowly climbing itself. Creating nice patterns and structures for those aggressive nose divings, usually joking with the liquidity, and over leveraged Traders. I do want to see this 15-minute closing that we have here above the trending line. That would be lovely. Which kind of means 175, and there's still 8 minutes to go. In a such situation, I'm telling you, most of the people feel the FOMO, fear of missing out. Looks bullish, everything goes to the upside, and you want to be part of it. Nvidia is pumping nicely. Nvidia is going for the gap. Minimum 115. With the upper level of the gap sitting at 117, Nvidia is going for that and possibly forcing a movement towards the 200 EMA, even higher around 119 120s. BTC about to break out of 91 grand quite quickly. S&P 500 confirms itself in a nice trend. And of course the gap. 812, that's from where it starts. And a little bit higher, 857. That would be a beautiful target for the S&P, 857. You got a major supply zone right there. You don't want to underestimate that. Tesla reacted pretty well. Everything's looking fine for now. Everything looking fine for the bulls. It's just about questioning a strategically decent entry. This is an interesting thing. You kind of feel it, it's going to the upside, but you are also knowing that it could nicely cliff 30-40 points in any candle, which by the closing of that candle could easily be fully recovered. So knowing that, you have to deal with lower sizes and try to scalp your profits in a decent form. We're down 1,100 on this account, and now it's 400, so that means $700 recovered. And the first account is down by $77, and the third account has not been traded today, which is a 250k account. So these are the three accounts we have at Ticktick Trader, guys. For those of you that would like to see their offer, let me share with you the link. The link is in the chat right now, guys. The price is 35% discount with a code SCRAMBLE at the checkout. It's the spring discount campaign and the best account in terms of ratio, costs, but also the most familiar with the numbers people usually get around is the 150k. The 250k almost every time is not discounted, yet the other ones do have a very, very valuable path that are giving you a great chance, right? So 150k is the one that you might be interested around. Enjoy. This is something that moves with such pace that creates so much FOMO around it. It's an emotional market that you definitely want to avoid, to be overexposed. That's the number one enemy, guys. Overexposure. Look at that. Slowly climbing. Slowly climbing back to the top of the wick we established earlier. BTC holds the line. If BTC is going to have a massively bullish summit today at the White House, you know Bitcoin can easily do $10,000 today. Can easily get above 100 grand today if BTC is going to feel that. Make sure to smash that like button, fellas, for those of you that enjoy our material. Help us grow the community, help us participate in a positive way. Look at this rejection so far, 60 points. You know, this is an interesting spot here for me to jump
Order filled.
around. 7 micros. And I'd like to jump in along on the other account too.
Order filled.
7 micros. We gotta set up the copy trading very soon, and I'm gonna do that probably by next week. Depends. I'm not really convinced right now if I want to perform copy trading on this ones. 3
Order
more
filled.
contracts here. Come on, 20 points. Because we are revisiting the previous trending line, which is supposed right now, and we have big chances of converting that in our favor. That's why I'm kind of forcing it here, right? Add some more into this one.
Order filled.
As well.
Order filled.
3 more contracts. Sitting on 13 for the first 150k account. Come on, just a little bit. Just a little bit you can bounce. Oh my god.
Order
2 more
filled.
points here. And if we don't respect that, I'm out quite soon. I don't want to risk more here. $150s around that one is kind of the ultimate. Just a few points away we were with a take profit and nothing happened. This is a very interesting spot, honestly, guys, where longs could step in. So on a 250k as well, I'm gonna go for a long.
Order filled.
10 micros. Oh, that's an ugly situation. That's a really ugly situation. Look at that. What a pump and dump. What a pump and dump. $250k.
Order filled.
DCA a little bit here. Hundreds could nicely hold. What a pump and dump. Did not expect it that much up of a dip. Yeah, a lot of volatility today, of course, considering the unemployment rate and the Powell. Five
Order
more
filled.
contracts here. $20 micros. This is a 250k account. $173, that's a beautiful target, guys. Let me tell you something. Would be 1,965 profit. I would take that all day long. This one is deeply down, and our entry is quite high. Gotta play the break-even game around here. And of course, the first account is deep under the water. But we're gonna take care about it. So 1,900 over here. Let's take a look into this 250k. How hard are they looking for pushing this back? Because that's a massive rejection. And the 15 minute could look very, very nice to the top side again. Not only I wouldn't mind, I would definitely love to see such ridiculous price action. I'd love to see that. This is what happens right now. Come on, you got a bunch of room to keep pushing. You got a bunch of room. Don't you dare reversing from here. Don't you dare reversing from here. That already looks interesting, guys. Come on, this is the 1 minute candle that has to push. This is the one.
Order
I'm out.
filled.
1,941. The fireworks are needed. The fireworks are needed. That's a beautiful one. That's a beautiful one. 1,941 on a 250k account. What's happening in the other ones? Let me just increase the target here a little bit higher. Risky stuff, risky position for sure. This is not in a best shape. Of course, this is the 150k. This is not in a best position indeed. I agree with you. And it would be lovely for me to find a solution on this one. This is the 1 minute candle that it has to deliver. What a terrible rejection from the trending line in the last two candlesticks, guys. Look at that. I mean, you broke out above the trending line with 60, 70 points, and they fully rejected that. Wow. That's a nice 1 minute candle for invalidation, honestly. If that holds, the market wants to run. So I'm taking my shot here. Extra 5 micros with micromanagement around. With micromanaging. I'm out with 5. $10 more remaining. If we don't get stuck at this level, If we don't get stuck at this important, meaningful level. Good trading, John. Good trading, good numbers for you. I'm
Order
out here.
filled.
I don't like it. I don't like it. And now it's pushing, guys. Look at that. This is what happens with the volatility out here, with the Powell speaking very soon. We got to get the energy high. What's happening? The 250k account is the beautiful one. We got to take the energy high. Make sure to smash that like button and enjoy the material. Subscribe for those of you that joined recently. All the links to the instant funding Ticktick trader prop firm where I'm trading can be found in the description area. The coupon is Scrambo. You can have a great time with a instant funding prop. What a terrible price action. Look at this, guys. This is just gonna V-shaped recovery. And I am down on the other two accounts. Had to cut it early in a loss. Well, the space is bullish, you're in a long, and you gotta cut it early. It's terrible. Look at a wild 5 minutes. Unacceptable. The 1 minute price action is just nuts, but the one that makes most of the sense here is the 15 minutes. Which is still respecting that resistance line, nothing more. The max loss is $7,500 on a 150k, which means 5%. This is an opportunity here. So it's 5% basically your max loss, just as your payout threshold. You got to make it at 5%. And the consistency is 20%, which is not a big deal because consistency means to cut your profits around the same levels for the day. This is an interesting spot here. If we get stuck at the resistance of the trending line, to revisit some levels. So we're gonna grab 7 contracts very soon.
Order filled.
To the downside. The invalidation is right there, nicely showing up. So I'm gonna be happy to take that. $400 down. 7
Order
more,
filled.
or 14 contracts right now. Give me that $640. That's the maximum I need basically to secure my daily target. I don't need more than that. I would actually be happy with 612 as well. Come on. Come on, get to it. Push. Get a little bit deeper. Just a little bit deeper. Come on. I'm not closing you. But if you go to the top, I am quickly out.
Order filled.
Beautiful. Great, guys. Another $600 secured. That definitely deserves the fireworks. That definitely deserves the fireworks. Putting together 2,536. So we did achieve the target for the 250k account today. And now the question comes around the other two accounts. That's where the question steps in. This is a good number. 2,536 is great. We're up and we're down here, 1,550 and 1,000 right there. Pretty much losing 2,500 on this account and making 2,500 on the other. This is where we are right now. This is an opportunity here to long the markets, guys. If this specific low we have holds, this is going to give a good payment. If not, I am simply out. Three more contracts DCA here. Interesting spot for reaction. Or simply, I'm going to be out. Yeah, the target for the 250k has been achieved, but we still have to fight our way through this 150k ones. We still have to fight our way through this ones. That's not looking that promising. Although a nice double bottom here. And a repump to the top. That's why. Waiting for my shot here on the first 150k. What a rejection show on the 15-minute, guys. Have a look into that. Nvidia did some rejections too. BTC as well is following through. This is going to be a 7 micros long here. We got an opportunity here, which is deserving. With a DCA as well.
Order filled.
Time for a double bottom. Time to protect this. 100s. Time to hold on to. We quickly need it above 120s. Quickly. We quickly need you. We're at the opening range indeed. And it is having significant difficulties. Look at that. Strong support here. Strong support here, strong support there, and it's nowhere. This is a time of truth. This is the time of judgment.
Order
3
filled.
extra. We're going to cut this quite early, so. But at this time, it would be lovely to deliver some more. $13 micros. At 152, we would be fully recovered. Two more
Order
at this
filled.
point, 15 micros. If we break below the level, I am out. And obviously the 168 is a beautiful one. Let's have a look into that 1 minute candle if it holds. Or not. That 1 minute right there. So the 5 minute has a decent point here in terms of the strength. It's going to close like this very, very soon. Just a second. Around 80s. The fear of sweeping below 20s will exist today. Will highly exist today, that fear. And we are very, very close to the stop loss, stop loss, stop loss. Yeah, the pressure is strong. But look at that. We're not giving up. We are not giving up yet. We want to front run. We want to front run those 20,000s. Come on. That's a beautiful candle. Deserves a continuation, deserves a movement above 120s and the squeezings. Or maybe not today. Maybe not today. That will give me 2,800 total loss here in this account, and that's kind of difficult to recover. But time to react. Time to react. Why are you so weak at this point? And how many times do you want to be pressured to finally deliver? All right. All right. You can deliver from here nicely. That's a big contract on 15 micros for 150k. That's a big level. Especially when you're down. The 250k is very comfortable. But still, this one is terrible too.
Order filled.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity to multiply over here on a DCA. Let's have a look into the first 150k, which jumped into profit already. Looking for jumping above those 120s. That's what I need, guys. Jumping above 120s and then slowly securing that. Beautiful. This is the second 150, but this is the first 150. Now that 1 minute looks interesting so far. No point getting out yet. No point getting out, especially the opening is a flat opening of that 1 minute. So that's strong. That means strength. If I play the break-even rule here, I can be in the middle of the liquidity. So obviously, if I don't do it, I risk what I prefer risking, which is why I trade. Otherwise, I wouldn't trade if I would not prefer risking. Look at that. We did had our minute closing on the 112. And now we need you. Come on, bulls. You gotta protect this level. You definitely see my order right there, bulls. You want to protect that level. That's what you call a happy Friday enjoyment, bulls. That's why I'm live streaming, so the bulls can see my levels and they can protect it. And you guys can protect it as well. No profit taking all the way to the top side. I've been looking for more. No profit taking to the top side. I have been looking for more. And now we did retrace some. We had about 40 points. Which is no joke, indeed. But I would love to see more strength. Would love to see more strength, especially in this candle as we're looking right now. This is the one that it needs it. Otherwise, if this one goes down, it's gonna get ugly, guys. It's gonna get really ugly if this one goes down, is this candle. This 1 minute needs to the upside. Otherwise, like I told you. Like I told you. Beautiful. Come on, bulls. You got this. You got this 168. You got this 168. And of course, guys, do not forget about our Discord community of Prop Firm. Do not forget about. Look at a beautiful dumping. Back to our stop loss, and we will be... No, no. I'm taking you lower. I'm taking you lower. I'm taking you to the max daily loss. I'm gonna let you go into the max daily loss. There is no other way to survive out of this trade other than the max daily loss for this one. Honestly. We will find it out. We have at least a 250k account sitting on profit 2,500, so I'm quite satisfied with that one. The 150ks are not in their best shape for sure. But we are going to let these things move around their max daily losses. Because this one is very promising. I would still have cushion. If I get out here, I would be a 2,600 total loss, and I would have around $1,000 till the max daily loss, right? But I'm telling you, look at this, guys. It's a place where support has been reacting so far, and bulls could protect us. We're $3,000 down. It's just a little bit here, probably about 10 points, and it's gone, right? 10 points, and it's gone. $3,750 for the max daily. And this wants to break below. This wants to wipe me out. That was a good profit at the time. If I reconsider, with all that movement to the top, it was a good profit. And then the next 1 minute also showed strength, but insufficient. There you go, out. Probably out of the both 150s. Out of the both 150s. And 2,500 on the 250. We played that one very risky. We played the 150s very risky. That's how we played it, chat. And it didn't work out. Look at that rejection. Look at that pressure all the way below 20,000s. BTC as well lost $2,000. Everything's just pump and dump. Nvidia came back all the way to the lows. And we're breaking the lows here. Going deeper, 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 and deeper. Tesla broke below. Market's rolling over. Market's rolling over. Beautiful opening. With a Powell speaking very, very soon. In about 4 hours. No, in about 2 hours. Sorry, guys. In about 2 hours. So that's going to be a very interesting part on how does the markets will move around. That's pretty much all we can trade today, guys. This is the end of the week with the 2 daily loss touched on 150. We did start the day decently, having some upside movements, some great scalpings, but then the biggest mistake was at this point here, not taking a profit. We were on an account down 1,500 and the profit we had at that level was around 1,300. So not taking that 1,300 at that point was today's mistake. And then of course things triggered from there into the wrong direction. While the 250k is having a great time pushing back to decent levels, so we are looking forward for a much better week starting by Monday, right? Monday the 10th of March. It's going to be very interesting, especially after we've been dipping the previous low on 20,000. This is going to be, look at the price section. Terrible price action for those that are aiming to see more bullishness than bearishness, which is most of the time my case. Levels we could have reacted on totally failed. And now it is a total domination from the bears. Obviously, not ending the week in the best shape, that's right. And there is a lot to improve here. We did have a bunch of trades today that we caught early. And the one you don't caught early, then that is where the market is basically overextending and it kills you, right? So, perfect spot at a perfect time. That's where we are, guys. Once again, let's just wrap these things together. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the show. Thank you for coming in, guys. Has been my pleasure. Has been my great moments with you for the week. We are going to resume our live streaming on Monday and continue on business days from 2 p.m. I do have to see how does the time changes. I'm located in Europe right now. I do have to see when does the opening comes in. And we're gonna be on time. beautiful and great moments. Enjoy, guys. Have a great time. Make sure to smash that like button if you enjoyed. From the positive, from the negative things, there is a lot of room to learn. Thank you guys for watching once again. Wish you a nice and a happy weekend. Wish you best days right there. And of course, looking forward to it on Monday. Have a good time.